So, how to beat your people's, my people, you people's problems? I come up with, right? Like, one of my, like with the, I still shouldn't have uh, handled it like that. I probably hadn't eaten in like 12 hours or something, so it blacked out. And then, let's see. Like uh, I was able to. I don't want to make any promises, but I was able to um, 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 be able to not use the version of the N word either that I use most primarily. And then again, as also a New Year's resolution, then if it's going to be still more of a battle, and then what else? Profane language. Yes, it is profane. So I got a big old jug of coffee. Oh, those are my New Year's resolutions too. I haven't really thought this out how to say it yet. So when you have problems like this, people, it's important to eat. I have to remind you to eat still. What is this? What's going on, man? Uh, yeah, man. What? Look, if you have problems eating like regularly, it is imperative. I'm telling you, fellas and ladies, get the spirulina. It is like the bomb, bro. So, and then let's see. Yeah, I only used the N word like that because um I caught him earlier looking at a chick or staring sort of as she was walking around. So whatever, just sort of clicked, and then the whole garble situation that we're all dealing with now. Um, let's see. Huh? I didn't. Is it closed? I don't think I went in it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I just did. One compartment. Oh man, what a bummer. Now that everyone's like, I mean, y'all had to, I mean, remember after a while the different things I've said to get you to this point. Even though it's not about turning away, it's more about like, where is this come? Uh, what? The Aryan white nations, right? They're like the Brotherhood's right. They're like, that's not even our old version where we were just being mean. It was like off somehow. I don't even have like. Oh well. Mm, oh, my using the also was more. And then I was trying to make the point that it wasn't. Well, actually, I guess. Well, it was pretty flat. It's just stupid. Disregard what I said just now, too, sort of. Well, you know what I mean? The part that didn't add up. How you like me now? Huh? I fix up society. and then use the N word at y'all until you accept it. And now I'm cutting you off. Yep. Scrubs. I'm gonna work your brains this way and that way, and I know you're ready to do things. And there's a rhyme for a reason, right? Outside of garble and shock, and doesn't get in the way of my work as far as what I am doing. So um, just fell into off days, but so let's see. Uh, right, and then like having well, so I was very mad, but like to help y'all out, irregardless of when you're mad, I'm a all right. So I do stuff like that, right? And there's a not that there's not a rhyme for a reason when it might have happened to you with your workers in some case, or this or that, or some sort of staff, right? But is um like have a set standard so that um, it doesn't come to that for you. And I won't do that if, well, I mean, if I catch you looking at some girls, I might fucking kill you, but you know, curse at you to kill you or down to kill you. All right, just sort of how it is, right? I mean, will you ever forgive me? Come back, kid in the house, baby. You know it. Uh, so hopefully you'll work on that. I could have not done it just as easily as I did do it. But the only problem I really have with it is that I didn't contain it. That's a second step that goes with the first step of having to discipline someone. All right. Containment, so they're not embarrassed, whether they're embarrassed or not, for us. You know what I'm saying? Um, but so since there was an off situation. I mean, if you don't know how to, control your eyes, I understand. Even though this is like your dream job, hey, anyone that wants to give me money, I'll give you a job too. Don't let me stop you from your dreams, right? Down here, Barry's one stop shop of love. Oh, see, you see my version of tough love. Well, we're not throwing children away, but you know what I'm saying, though. Oh, ooh, cafe time. We'll some of those other chants. Got the chop. Oh, did I tell you the one about the never mind. I gotta censor what I can. And I'm after is a little freaking decency around town, right? Number one, and number two, and there's a number three. So voila, I'll pay me. A fucking dress code and stay away from chicks. Do the principle, right? I'm still giving here information. Maybe there's hope, right? Without a court date. Oh, don't forget to tie your shoes. That's how safe it is, folks. Don't play games with me. What's he gonna do? Be like extra cautious? What the? Look. After obeying the laws, right? Getting around town means just being nice. All right. That's it. Everyone is looking at the story as a hypocrisy instead of everyone in the story. All right. And, draftees, while you've seen some crazy stuff, the issues were still just a sliver, right? And then there's all these principles behind it and no one talking before without the information I give. You have to look at the principle of the situation, and there's no way in hell you will not get through to someone with paranoid schizophrenia how it's just reflexes from natural evolution states, if anything, from the Lord, if they're on that. And then you got them in the track, right, of it, then start, you don't have to, wherever it comes from, you, I guess you say, right? But that's mental health stuff, all right, departments, mental health groups of doctors, hey. All right. So, I will always come out on top no matter what happens. All right. And then the picture behind it, if it's not a horror story that, the public has to be alerted to for safety and things like that, you contain it. All right. Containment, containment, containment. A stupid story that has to go around of just not thinking things through, and hypocrisies of emotions that go with hysteria. You know, the information I gave was too easy. I'm sorry. Those with kids, you look at it that way, like, oh man, right. It's just another going over that information and coming out of paranoia of it, right? Before, because it was just the brain not having that as a chalk plate, a brace, a fort, a foundation for it to understand that everything's actually okay. It's just differences are going on, right? That's it. If there's any more mysteries of the universe that or other than realm that you need solved, so um, hallelujahs. That sun is nice. Oh, I didn't do the lint remover thing. That's what I forgot. So, uh, so where people float outside of the information because they have other stuff to do, right? Or the hypocrisies and stuff, and I don't know, just moved on. I mean, like you can't be looked at as gay if you're not looking at a girl these days. So, fellas, it's not like. And then imagine, look back at all the times you sat there thinking about women, and at least part of your brain when you were doing other things too, that you um, could have been thinking about those things with the government and just doing some paperwork, right? While thinking about because the scam was actually very simple, wasn't it? All you did was sit there worrying about the aftermath, right? Then there's the girls and da 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 da. So, those floaters out there not in it, um, saying positive things to them that get them to reinforce the information themselves. Uh, as old school schizoids, yeah, old school hermits, right? All them scenarios, right? Freaking you can that'd be a good job for you. Like it's a reason to get out now. All you gotta do is you know how to get around town, right? All right. So, and like I said, when you're forwarding something fun and happy, right? Then you're not going to, and then if they're not looking right, just turn away and keep going. If anything, they're just like um, saying say more, not or say something off, not F you primarily, right? Um, and so even if they are, you're saying something nice, and they need more than what you're giving is the point for you to have a problem with them. If you've ever thought things out like that. Meaning they need more out of you to be worse to you. All right. You know, y'all are the bomb. And since midnight of this morning, last night, whatever it's called then, never really thought about that. Um, had you taken a politician, right? Um, and it's still active, you not only would have completely been able to drop out of all the guns, dope, and keep moving. You're starting a chain reaction, but also your like group also has little side groups. Do we all do? Right? It's the right. I would have also done the same for them, and I don't know how long it's gonna last, man. Oh man. All right. So, and then if they end up doing some work before, I mean, you got to be vocal. You're working for the law, and what the police won't do for us is what it is. Okay? You have to do. All right? You have to understand the quest out there doesn't have an enemy. And as long as you cover your track, that's what I want to tell you. I have a secret for you. As long as you can get away from police, right? So, uh, if you get tagged by a video camera, right, you can end up getting caught later. So, what I'm saying is, all you have to do is be able to get away from the scenario so you can't be seen or caught there, right? And then you have to hide out if you got made. All right. Um, all right. These. I'm trying to shoot for all of New Year's Day also. Oh, right. I banned them from residential areas too, though. They can't be in residential. They have to be at the office, and then or the office side of the White House. Then, excuse me. Really, they're supposed to be working until they go to sleep at night, trying to help me. So, they're either supposed to be on, a situation where, right, the only thing they're doing is sitting there at the desk, if anything, staring at the space, or they're finally got tired and went to sleep because I mean, they're supposed to be there 6 in the morning, and times like this, right? 6 in the morning till they can go to till they can't stay awake anymore, or no, get the mandatory needed 6 to 9 hours worth of sleep. 6 or 9 hours, excuse me. It's actually better apparently for you. So this I know this makes sense to everybody. Like we need to lock down the fort to. All right, so um, we have seen now through Leo that while they're still, well, they might be doing better after the whole. Oh yeah, that's right. Was also one of our cleaners. Should had we been on the right side of a problem that required his services. Thank you very much. Hey, you uh uh friggin' jail workers. These are the days um to make really good friends. They ain't got nowhere to go. uh, so you know what time it is. Um, so look, I uh, totally support the places like that where they need mental health have mental health needs and aren't getting them, like the dope and cigarettes and coffee and all that stuff, right? Whatever you can, like, I'll totally. It's not a crime, you know that, and then I'll totally do whatever I can for you to all right, world of jail place, like settings, right? Whatever they're locked down and things, and I know everybody knows what it means to be able to feel good now due to the difference of things like alcohol, and not even alcohol, things like just the chilling out time, you know. um, right, all right, and then like, and whatever you can do to help it is like, oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. All right. Oh, that's right. Freaking, so medical, right, of the government and places like that that handle, what used to be problems, now probably mostly bots. Um. So all right. Um. Oh right. Setting aside general scenarios like um. So I mean, while that's right. Let me help clean it up. Right. Um, the necking comment was for the ladies as a general comment instead of saying something that would refer to the comment itself as or be the comment of words. And then when I said flirting, excuse me, I meant saying hi and nice things, and like selling myself to ladies. I mean, uh, wherever I go, I just try to be. I mean, it's like impossible not to be nice and say something nice. All right, and then um, so uh, stay on board. I mean, I was sitting there also saying not one. It was true, and then so um, and they're nice people. So uh, I'll do whatever I can to get what I need civilly. And if that means being me, I'll be civil. However, I'd like to also be socialier one day with them too, fellas. So, I think that was the main point. Oh, right. Main point. Making comment. All right. Not one. All right. Like you can make the information be what it is to you without having to wait anymore for buildup by the teachings I've given you of labeling, right? Make a new, like, picture the final of it for to be the final. So when you don't go back into it and start going over where this and that might have happened, right? I'm doing exactly what you would expect a professional in my position to do, um, and can only what I can. Oh my god, bro! You know, y'all are the most fun, dude. I know you know it. It's oh. Uh-oh. Hey, vapors. You get you like 2/3 of the whole vape, right? And with how I'm doing, right, and then or maybe a little more, right, or like 3/4, maybe a little more, and then right to give it a so that more goes into the closer areas, more closer to the lung. Do it pushing against it in places. You know, they're just so cute. Bunch of good kids. So, should we pick on the drug lords? I'm meaning me. Um, so, oh yeah, I said scared bitches. Well, I meant it in talk. I wasn't. Maybe the second time I was. I don't think it come out that way. I wasn't trying to say those things. Did I say so? So, yes, it's New Year's. Have I said the N word yet? Or its variations? Oh God. I started early. Yeah. So I want to do a new mix, bro. Oh man, this is just like torture, dude. All this music, bro, and just not enough time. Those poor bastards, man. I tried, keep going. Oh man, the insanity. Dun, 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 dun. I wanted to start off with Jesse James, right? And then do a Carpenter song, right? And then faster versions of music to with each one being split up by a soft song of like with finishing out with Sing, right? By the Carpenters. Barry's number one groupie, possibly. Yep. It is good, folks. Clean and healthy these days. Ain't that something, boy? What? You know it too. People are like, oh man, it has been like 3 hours that I took a shower. Let me decontaminate. There's my squirrel. Mm. So listen, when you have wildlife around you, whether no matter what it is, um, trying not to disturb it from its scenario. Um, all right. Um, so let's see. Coffee, marijuana, alcohol. We need a chant for alcohol now that we know what it is. Of ice cream, like the one where they're like, I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. I meant what I said. The hops, whatever the differences you use, right? It's not just hops, right? Um, like the understanding difference area you're in is probably so that it's trippy too, as opposed to right. So listen, they called it also a depressant, and these different things. It's what they modified it to, and so um, if you what I'm trying to get at, if you're still a little what I'm saying is that the levels out there that they say are like the bomb wherever it finally back in the day happened through the government, um, and so distilling, right, a grain alcohol. Now no, that would be so well. There's then stuff you got to do in order to make it what it's supposed to be, as far as ye merry drink, right? Like the marijuana from the past has been regulated to being a lower percentage, and then in THC with a higher percentage in things that are Like, so if things are off and it's all trippy and shit like that, right? Like craziness, right? And so the intention was right, and but really, do there was also something called school, right? And mom, at least, since we were all like, screw everything else, we. So, not a bad place, huh? Not a bad place. Uh, what can you have been worse so I could like torture you? Why are people going to jail in my liberation story, folks? Mm. So that's what I wanted to say. So, as everyone sees, right, we've been doing some things, and Leo hasn't been saying no anywhere. So, if what I'm saying is, these are the days where you know you can, no matter what. It's been a long time, and I left them at having to do the job for just a paycheck out of what life means before the end. And I know I cleaned up a lot of problems too. So, uh, um, I'm saving the girls, right? I'm saving the girls. I'm saving the girls of Leo out of the government, and all the girls in the government and military leaders and all that places, right, that are going down will get out one day. I don't have a problem with it. Like as far as comparatively to what it actually means of punishment due to problems, and all we needed was fucking civil crimes, office crimes, administrative crimes. So look, if you're gonna allow these people to represent you, people like GOP, you fellas in those places, right, of those countries, I'm gonna throw you away with them. All right, because they're gonna go in there and do whatever paperwork comes in, and what paperwork they don't want to do or start up. So you can either do what's right or do what's wrong. Have a nice life. Well, we'll have a little more coffee first. than that. Oh man, shucks. It's heaven in the middle of this. Draft these. I'm gonna take more than just cake and ice cream away. Yeah. And no cake and ice cream. Oh man, I wish I would have been yelling that. And one of my drunken rages. Uh it's just motivation, motivational speech, do the information. Um you're focusing on areas that happen that clout the information behind the what was going on. If right, so anytime you have an idea, right, and then your original graph is completely different looking if you're using paperwork, right? You're freaking have to all of a sudden you'll run out of room and have to redo stuff. All right, that's normal and awesome. Oh man, those of you that have been doing it this past amount of time, no matter what, since we started up this time, and then stuff. In any event, you people, man, must be like, when you're sitting around trying to chill out. Oh man. So, remember youngins? Ooh, you want to see an iguana? Where is it? Oh, did it run? Ah, yeah, there it is. See it on the sidewalk? It was right there. Yep. It is a wonderfully glorious day, folks. Um, I I am very happy. Oh, that's right. There's a spree going on on the politicians. All right. So make sure to take advantage of it. Uh, this isn't a real holiday, militia. This is a working holiday. We are at civil war on the rebel government. The also what goes with that phrase is the jack. So I'm gonna stop using profane language. Those people in the office that got caught looking stupid in the face, you know. Ooh, hmm. Hey, African communities outside of the other countries of outside of Africa working in the government. What were you thinking? Working for the man. I like your style. Both sides were great. Just one was wide right, and the other one was far right and workers middle. So, um, uh, I ain't trying to tell people what to do with money that's not mine. All right, like the drug lords, I'm saying, and anyone, obviously, you know. But there's some things needed around town, and if you don't do it, there will be consequences. Okay, these are steps you have to take at a delay like this, in a type of war like this, or standby war. You know what I mean? Without board leaves. These are things you want in effect before problems arise, like what things I deal with. All right. I'm sorry I didn't do it all at once. Um, the the paperwork, bro. It would have had the draft, the bulk of the people called draftees done it, then it would have flown. All right, those court workers in the military areas, right, would have said, "Oh hell no," you know. So that's how we know not enough. I mean, these are major changes. Oh, military leaders, your 3 years is rapidly approaching for my needs. Needs. Don't be, let me cut it off and give it to you, all right? Will that be easier? Start with the weed, because it's all like trippy. It's fun. Something to do. So, um, let's see. So, for my next feat, I will make it so all the people, um, I was gonna say something like quit using dope or something. That would have been cool. The hell is going on around here? Works. Yep, I'm just playing. It's great. Y'all are just fun. Whoa, isn't it crazy? So, your different boards out there, bro. You have to keep giving them notifications and things like that to help their brain along with what they want to do. Those of you boards out there on that have of the computer kind, hard computer kind. All right. My sliver. All right, and then freaking we're not here to be outside of what we feel is the dream, right? So um just a reminder then, hey, now y'all are still key. Barry, the champion, undisputed champion of the world. We now, um, so kids will also be quicker than me too. Like I am trying to work in what they're achieving. Oh man, it's gonna be so pretty, dude. Oh, it's gonna be so amazing. I mean, right? Pretty too. Cool. Cool is better than pretty. All right. So, and pretty too, but or nice. Pretty. Nice. Right. Young and fellas do nice. With substance in boldness, right? Um, right. How I was saying, like girls should have a like Victorian theme because it's all majestic, or right, or well, they'll have the computer version that comes of it, right? And then we'll have more of like how in the 80s it was kind of like a solid like black leather couch and a red pillow thing there on it, right? Dark red pillow or whatever, right? um the black and the red story, right? Solid and chunky, right? But definitional, not loose. And then um and then you can configure your brain, right? To um, remember work off. Well, I don't want to change it up. That's another thing I wanted to say. Look, so you're accessing the information from your core the way you want it now, instead of handling it that way up there, right? Or to where we work it, right? And then you can only wear things. So, well, all right. I mean, every which kind of way you think, right? There's like a board you can make, right? And I think what'll be happening is you'll be working out of your core off of the board instead, and then working it off of your brain yourself, right? And then friggin' stuff. Oh man, it's work. I don't want to work. But you get the idea of the build up. All right, I'm releasing that for you. Those that uh, did it anyways. I'm gonna have to. You're gonna have to come over here and give me some money, $100 a piece. All right. But no, I've tried to get out. I think the last time I said something about it, where we added some more, was that um, if there's right the different centrals between your awareness board, you work off from your brain. Your awareness is your board that it works off of from your brain. Um, it might not be enough just having the information come out of the core, right? The way I taught you. So it's already what it is a no or a yes type of story. All right. And you have area based and things like that for it to fix things where do of the setup. And then, y'all are so cute. So if you build up every step of the way where, um, so, and then add more thought to the checkpoints, right, as you go along without going to a new spot in your mind as you're feeling around, not feeling around, witnessing around, all right? And then before it gets to your boards, where your awareness is bored from it. And then, so um, adding thought each, which scenario plus different version. One area. So I think what happens is boards, understanding boards of its own, built on its own, till it gets to your awareness board, right? And then once it makes sense, it's done and goes to your awareness board, right? Um, so start with a numerical: 1 + 1 = 2, right? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, sweet. You have it. It's like, wait, I don't see it. Whoop, whoop. I'll be blending. Or, yeah, no, I'm a no. Nothing, I'm not. That's what time it got set to for something else. All right. Yeah. Here's to cheers. Real syrupy. I gotta put water in it. Oh, yeah, it would help with the top. With the top. Don't forget the top, folks. The top is good. The top is your friend. Yep. All right. So now that we're more stable people, I love making fun of y'all behind your backs. Well, I mean, I don't do it without board leads or nothing. I'm saying, but like on each other, and then some stuff is just because of amount of exposure I've had to get out to your entertainments. So. Yep, I remember like it was yesterday. Well, I might as well make the bringing as real as possible. I can't remember what the first thing I posted. I think was, I don't know. That was just effing hilarious. Don't you know we got to? And then one day I'll win their support through just and honesty and be like, um, well, still be truthful and honest. Truth, number one, so there was no lie, right? And then honor, honesty. Oh wait, I think truth and honesty are the same thing, right? Yeah. So I meant honor. If I did, I say uh, whatever. So let's see what else. So, um, like I was nice every step of the way with what I said, and then when things didn't happen, I had to make my point that it was true to those scenarios that needed being yelled at, right? So that no matter what, they knew it was for real. And then those of you that didn't require being yelled at to do what it is I say, you get what, or you understand as well. All right, whatever level is your version, that's what you take as a rule and regulation from this. All right. Except about it, you can pick whichever one you want. State the nice one for me, please. I don't like violence. That's the problem. It's more of for me, not even sport, really. Um, freaking subduing situation. So, all right, that's what's up, all you people out there, right? If you cover your tracks without being heinous, right? As far as having to, you know, take advantage or hope. I mean, we still have to live by the reality of ow. That means what you do to someone else of it. So, Uh, so I'm sure there's a lot that went on, but right now, that's where we're at. I need things tightened up all the way around. So, but what I'm saying is, insurance scams or whatever, right? That you already have money with, that you coming in on or whatever. Is number one, you can work those other scenarios and come up way harder on and stress relief. And remember when you didn't have to worry the way you do? All right. Telling you the best thing to do is get a freaking job, and you're like sitting around, la 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 la. All right. I know the difference, technically. And I know you can picture what I'm saying. It's a psychological thing I know it's true. So you will like be obliterating high on life comparatively. All right, so the stress and like that comes up every now and then, right? Imagine the happy version with good stuff and sitting around of it, you know, and scared. Cases, it's natural and healthy, and doesn't mean someone's scared. Just means the emotions there, and they're that much more on point of what's going on. So, um, to handle themselves physically, because it's a physical problem. There's otherwise they wouldn't need to be scared. So, not achieving, do more, Uh, So, but it doesn't mean anything, and you can get just as high on life chilling. You see me here, like with the coffee, right? Ain't the same, much different than the first wave I did with you. All right, just um, running into situations blocked up this time. Me having an art day where I'm painting and talking, right, and a whole little setup. Uh, you know, 3 times a week, like that of the art, right? And other things, whatever I could come up with, and I would freaking nail it. But I'm sitting there trying to raise up office work out of the draftees. Um, yeah, it's all the draftees' fault. Um, the the finish. Do you know they love that talk? Because the other ones that know better. We have to do these things for us to be able to better move on, man. Come on, right? Those different examples I used as how to be positive, right? Like just be honest and sincere. All right. Um, so that was very good. Um, so youngins, you'll have to work on for adults and me. Um, which goes in the next spot after. Um, so it goes your area, local, athletics, right? And down to debate teams, right? And all your area based, right? Then uh, the ones in your main area of like state of like compared what Florida is to the rest of the states. Then the rivals of your locals, right? Then, or would it be, is the question, then the um others you like out there, like the Patriots football team that won $10, bro, and gave it away. It's the same story. I made something out of nothing where I go regularly and was basically a bum making the type of money I did. And it was the most perfect freaking thing I could do because the money come out of nowhere and nothing from nothing. I did not even have to put the money down to begin with. And that should be a standard, unless, well, no, you should make it a standard to have like, so no problems happen with your gambling issues, right? And then, today is the day to set aside stuff. So tomorrow, when you wake up from your comatose of being on sick amounts of drugs and dope or whatever, right? Drugs and dope better just be, is setting some aside so no matter what, you have plenty for the next day, of like weed, at least, right? So you have something to smoke. Um, because you'll be in recuperating. All right. Make sure, oh my God, it's so imperative to take vitamins and things like that, dude. And those drugs I tell you about, formerly known as street narcotics, yeah, they're their version of what all the other medicines are. That's it. Of the hospitals, right? That's it. All right. So, I I have had a quality life, meaningful. We need to party sooner. Really party. Can you imagine being a zillion time, zillions upon zillions upon zillions upon zillions upon zillions of what can be administered through information instead of chemicals? Make sure you save enough weed for tomorrow. So, listen, I need Earth to be a. So, you businesses and places with money, I got another idea you can do to where you can throw money around. Um, is making Earth a place. Uh, um, um, well, there's like I was, picturing mixtures of places in one for the public, right? Out of buildings. Um, all right, and then like also like of so well, an example for people without money would be, so 24/7 they have right, a place to shower and do their thing, right? And then upstairs is a 24-hour place where it's quiet time for people that want to be sleeping. All right. And if there's space, they, roll out a blanket and go to sleep 24/7. 24/7. All right. There's a situation. All right. And then the idea is to have it in all in one spot. But so we don't need people having to move around no more. Is the issue is why things are spread out, right? We want these people to like get some exercise and walk around, let the blood flow a little bit, right? But it's not like that anymore. All right. All these things were great, and sure they did things right. Um, but the issues are the issues, and now today we don't even, sitting around make sure they got electricity to hook their phones up to attach to, so things can't get stolen easily. They have to like move the person, or and then there's like you can do like cubby versions of bed space, right? Um, where it goes up to the ceiling, as many beds can fit into a thing, right? And uh, so and then they can put up a freaking curtain, and then there's a plug-in, and they can, put the phone in between the mattress and the wall, against the wooden, I guess. And then so what else? And then so um, sturdy stuff where it's got enough support beams. That way, when people get up or down to use the restroom, it doesn't shake the whole foundation too. All right. Um, Even if you use metal, I told you metal's soft. All right. And then so and then the things that go with making the area easier for people to be a hermit in there if they need it. It's mental health. The last thing we want, people in despair, is roaming the streets, right? When we can have them just, uh, the, which is what everybody actually needs, like some sort of like comatose, right? So you want to know what's crazy? We all probably breathe artificial air by now, and we're in a plastic bag version inside of the Matrix, like thing where it's a pod, yeah, a stasis pod, right? Yeah, so inside the stasis pod, we're inside of also like plastic bag that totally covers us completely, right? Or material like plastic by now, and and so on through the different spaces that we also make material out of, um, where it um, makes us more buoyant, flow, less weight, right, than we are. So it's easier to move around as a whole in little situations, as opposed to flinging out somewhere and forever, which is good odds we'll end up in a good place. 99.9s, right? You boards. So people with your boards, ask it for your version of being yelled at that you want and need to, you know. Um, I'm good for work. That I'm also trying to do, time is time, and everybody gets this situation, and I'm going to make it bad enough for what suffering did happen to those going down. I'm saying outside of the politicians, right? Um, so, um, and What am I trying to get at though? Um, well, that's what it is. More people are going down than are going to be out, right? And so the ratio for me of work means to work that problem. Uh, do the information every time is so valuable of a point to go and clean out the rulers and things like that, and or just the rulers and get the paperwork done so that it happens right. And freaking life saving, in some cases probably. So it brings me back to the example of the GOP dudes representing people that they know damn well are not going to go in there and write. The first thing they do is write me out a check for, $1 billion, no strings attached, even though right, in some paperwork stuff it'll say, and freaking some nice little scenario of trying to look better and this and that and learned and here I'm so sorry story, right? No damn well. So right, you know how they say, and you want to know what, how they say alcohol's a depressant is because that's how it's been labeled to be manufactured so that it works that way on the people. Like, so that, well, if they're depressed, they sit in it instead of, right. And I explained it's actually being happy and this and that. So you're motivated to do things. Positive is positive, and all you have to do is worry about control. So let's see. Um, um, oh, there's a bee in trouble. This poor bee. See it right there? Might just be old. It is messed up, bro. That is not cool. That is not cool or mental health or caregiver related, folks. All right. That does not work for mental health needs of what people need to be able to move on with life. All right. I think it's missing. Oh no, it's not missing a wing. All right. Well, I'm gonna keep an eye on him or her, and then oh man, this is like heartbreaking, dude. Damn it. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna put him in a place that'll help him revive.